Hello and welcome. Here we are in our final little multimedia presentation before we get to the big tests. With that being said, if anybody wants to get together for some study groups once these prompts are announced, I'd be more than happy to get into a Zoom room and go over our prompts and see what we can mull over and how things can connect. Just hit me up on the discussion board for that. So today we're going to be talking about other concepts from other classes that we can apply to our final exam. We're going to be looking at the GPA and the PSML, the General Public Administration, and the Public Service Management and Leadership. So yeah, we're going to be looking at those and looking at the different theories that can apply from other classes. So for public administration, first off, we're going to be looking at funding. We're going to be looking at our budget. So what better place to look at that than back in our budgeting class? So one of the things that we can look at for funding is we can look at mandates. Now mandates are important because there's two different types of mandates. We have mandates that are paid for by the federal government and mandates that are not paid for by the federal government. These are ways that the federal government can control the states by saying if you want this money, you have to behave in a certain way. This is going to tie us back into our federalism and moving us from the layered cake federalism to the marble cake federalism. Then we can look at our, of course this is something else we haven't talked about, but going back into our public personnel management, we can look at the pillars of public administration, which is accountability, legitimacy, equity, efficiency, and representation. Those are really good concepts that we can use, and we can use those for our themes when we're talking about the different concepts and ways that we can tie things back into our theorists and our theories. Next, we can look at leadership. So looking at our leadership, and we go back to our leadership class, we can look at what's the mental model and pattern. Basically, the mental model and pattern is the idea that we've already thought of how we're going to act given a certain set of circumstances, and we act upon those. It's kind of like falling back onto your training. That is going to be, once again, from our leadership class, and it's a way to lead in a more authentic manner, because now you're prepared for the situations. And the next thing we can look at is from our legal and ethical issues class. We can look at character theory. The idea of character theory is, how would I appear and would I admire this person? So are the actions I'm about to take or are taking something that somebody would look up to, something that would admire? And I just can't help but think of Superman, because Superman's the big blue Boy Scout, truth, justice, and the American way. You know, it's somebody that people can look up to. So these are the places we can get these different theories and concepts. We got our leading with authenticity in times of transition, when we're looking at our mental model and pattern. We have practical ethics in public administration, when we are going to be looking at the character theory. Then we have public budgeting systems when we're looking at funding and federal mandates, unfunded and funded mandates. And we have public personnel management when we are looking at our pillars of public administration. Alright, so there's 4 concepts that we can use as we go forward and tie them into our theories and theorists. Good luck, everybody. I can't wait to meet you guys all on Wednesday when we're at the hooding ceremony and the commencement ceremony. Just remember, we only got 2 more weeks, and then we're done. So, good luck to everybody. Can't wait to see you all at the commencement ceremony. Take care. Hit me up on the discussion board if you guys need to go into a Zoom session or something like that. I'd be happy to sit down any night during the week and talk about things.